Hello students, welcome to Angel Health Academy. Topic for the day or topic for the session is MTP Act 1971. Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1971. The Medical Termination of Pregnancy or MTP Act in India first enacted or originally enacted in 1971. Okay, at the first time it came into exist or launch in 1971. It is a law or it is a legislation or it is an act, okay, that governs, that controls the certain conditions under which a pregnancy can be legally terminated, legally end or stop. Okay, so it is a law or act that controls, that governs the condition under which are the condition a pregnancy can be stopped, a pregnancy can be legally stopped or terminated. The MTP Act later has undergone many amendments, reforms, okay, renewal to keep the pace with the medical advancements and even the evolving social norms or societal norms. So, as the social norms or social system has been changed, okay, or getting changes with the new trends, and at the same time there are many medical advancements. So based on MTP Act periodically has undergone various new reforms, amendments or changes, okay, according to the medical advancements and societal norms. Now let us talk about the key provisions and recent amendments, okay. Key provision in the MTP Act, that is in the 1971 Act, and recent amendments or reforms of new MTP Act. So first one is key provision of the original 1971 MTP Act. Okay, there were a few provisions. Okay, it was providing a few permissions. Okay, in the original MTP Act. First one is that is permitted conditions for abortion. So MTP Act permitted certain conditions, certain situation for medical termination or abortion. Okay. The second provision is regarding the consent. Okay, regarding the consent from the mother. And third provision is who can perform the abortion and where it can be done. Who can perform and where an abortion can be done legally. Okay, these are the three important provisions of the original MTP Act 1971. Let us discuss in short about these provisions. First one is regarding permission. Okay, that is permitted condition for abortion. So in that first point is abortion is allowed only up to the 20 weeks of pregnancy. Okay, according to 1971 MTP Act, the abortion is only allowed up to the 20 weeks, not more than that. Okay, after the 20 weeks of pregnancy, the abortion couldn't be done legally according to MTP Act 1971. Second point is a registered medical practitioner, doctor, licensed or registered medical practitioner can only terminate the pregnancy. Okay, and if the continuation of the pregnancy, that particular pregnancy poses a risk to the life of the mother, okay, life of the woman, or that could cause a grave injury, okay, a deep injury to the, or a great injury to the her physical and the mental health, then only the termination can be done or legally done. Okay, so there are certain conditions in which the pregnancy cause risk to the life of the mother to continue that pregnancy, okay, or it cause grave injury, okay, to both physical and mental health of the particular mother. In such a case, it can be legally terminated under this act. Second condition is if there is a substantial risk to the child. First we discussed about the mother and second part is talking about the child. Okay, if there is a substantial risk that the child, if born with this pregnancy, would suffer from serious physical or mental abnormality. So, if the child may suffer after the birth with serious physical and deformities, disabilities or mental abnormalities such as MR, okay, autism, etc. In such cases also can be done or legally terminate the pregnancy, that is up to the 20 weeks of the pregnancy. Then third point is abortion is also permitted if the pregnancy is a result of contraceptive failure. That is only in the married woman. So according to 1971 MTP Act, if any contraceptive failure that led into the pregnancy, okay, of any married woman, okay, they can go legally for the abortion or they can legally terminate the pregnancy. So abortion is also permitted if the pregnancy is a result of contraceptive failure in married women, okay, only in married women, recognizing their right to reproductive choices. It is their right to select the reproductive choices, okay. It is not a compulsive or mandatory, okay. It is not the compulsion from the government or it is not mandatory, okay. In such cases, if they voluntarily selected a contraceptive but that made failure, means they can legally go for the termination of the pregnancy. So these are the certain conditions, okay, where termination of pregnancy could be done. Then the second provision is regarding consent. That is, consent of the woman is required to conduct a abortion or MTP, medical termination of pregnancy. So without the consent of the particular woman or mother, it couldn't be done, okay. Legally, we have to get the consent from the mother to do MTP. Second one is, if the mother is the minor, okay, under 18 years, okay, or women with any mental illness, okay, any mental disorders or mentally illness, the consent should be taken from our guardian, okay. So the consent of a guardian is required to undergo the MTP or legal abortion. So according to this act, medical termination of pregnancy is required the permission or consent of the mother or the woman, and if the mother is minor under 18 years, the consent has to be taken from the her guardian. Then third provision is who can perform the abortion or MTP. Okay, who can perform? The abortion must be performed by a registered, legally licensed medical practitioner only, not any other doctor. Okay, registered and legally licensed medical practitioner only can do the abortion or MTP. Then the second point is the specific infrastructure, okay, and safety condition all has to apply while doing the medical termination of pregnancy. So specific infrastructure what is required for the safety, okay, and safe condition has to be applied, such as the procedure being done only in government hospitals, okay, only in government hospitals where license is available, or approved or licensed private facilities or private hospitals or private healthcare settings. So the specific infrastructure and the safety condition has to apply to do the medical termination of pregnancy or legal abortion. That could be done or that must be done in the government hospital or licensed or approved private facilities only, hospital or healthcare setting only, not in any other place or hospital or healthcare setting. So these are the three important provisions under MTP Act 1971. Now let us talk about the amendment of the MTP Act, that is in 2021. So we are talking about 2021 amendments, reforms of the MTP Act. So the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Amendment Act 2021 introduced significant changes from the previous MTP Act of 1971 to expand the access to all the mothers, all the women to go for the legal abortion, and at the same time to ensure the safety of the women while undergoing MTP or legal abortions. Okay, so the new Medical Termination of Pregnancy Amendment Act 2021 made significant changes in the provisions to expand the one aim is to expand the access of or availability of health services, both rural and urban women, and next one is to ensure or make sure the safety of the women during the MTP services or during the MTP procedure. Okay. Now let us see what are the provision of the amendment to the MTP Act 2021. What are the new provisions? Okay. First one is extension of the gestation period. So formerly it was up to 20 weeks of gestation, but MTP Act 2021 amendment that is changed, okay, given extension, okay, expanded of the gestation period of having MTP or legal abortion. Second one is contraceptive failure for all the women. In the 1971, we have just discussed that is only for the married woman. Here, contraceptive failure to all women who use the particular contraceptives and got a failure from that particular contraceptives. Then third one is regarding privacy and confidentiality of the procedure. Okay, regarding privacy and confidentiality of the cases who undergo the MTP or legal abortion. Let us discuss in brief about these three provisions under MTP Act 2021 amendment. First one is regarding extension of the gestation period. So first is up to 20 weeks. Okay, that is already we have in the previous one. Abortion can be carried out on the advice of one medical practitioner up to 20 weeks. So according to this amendment act, the abortion can be done up to 20 weeks if there is or when there is only one medical practitioner advice. Okay, that means it can be extended up to 20 to 24 weeks when there is a advice from the two medical practitioners. The second extension to 20 to 24 weeks. So abortions are allowed, okay, for certain categories of women, okay, such as survivors of rape, okay, victims of rape, and incest, that is having sexual intercourse with two closely blood related people, okay, that is incest. And if it is minor, okay, that is minors means below 18 years, the age of the girl is below 18 years, and other vulnerable women, okay, such as mentally or physiologically challenged women, okay. All these special categories of women would be given 20 to up to 24 weeks with the advice of minimum 2 medical practitioners. Okay, so when there is a advice from 2 medical practitioners for the legal abortion for certain categories of women such as survivors of rape, incest, okay, survivors of incest, minors, and other vulnerable women, okay, in the society would be go up to 24 weeks to have a medical termination of pregnancy according to the new amendment. Okay, then the third provision is beyond 24 weeks. Some cases it can go even after 24 weeks of pregnancy. That means abortion are permissible in case of any fetal abnormalities, okay, for the fetal abnormality, okay, in the womb, okay, if diagnosed by a medical board, okay, a medical board, a group of medical practitioners together diagnosed there is a fetal abnormalities. In such cases it can be permissible up to or after the 24 weeks. The medical board consists of specialists such as a gynecologist, okay, a pediatrician, a radiologist, and other necessary specialists. So this will form a board, medical board. If the medical board diagnoses and says that, advise that there is a fetal abnormality, it has to be go for MTP, then it could be done beyond 24 weeks according to the new amendments. So these are the three important extension of gestation period to have a MTP under the new amendment. Then second provision is for contraceptive failure for all women, okay. In the previous or the origin MTP 1971, we had seen that is only for the married women. Here, the amendment allows even unmarried women to seek an abortion in case of contraceptive failure. Okay, that is broadening the scope for earlier limitation to married women only. Married women only. Okay, now it is changed. Okay, that is amendment has made it allows even unmarried women when there is a or in case of any contraceptive failure, they can go for the MTP. Then the fourth provision is privacy and confidentiality, maintaining privacy and confidentiality. Okay, the identity of the woman undergoing an abortion must be kept confidential. It should not disclose to other people. Okay, it has to be kept in a confidentiality, okay, or confidential. So the identity of the women who undergo for abortion or MTP services, that must be kept in confidential. Okay, only in case of any legal consequence only it has to be disclosed. Okay, a breach of this confidentiality can result in legal consequences. Okay, only the legal issues, a legal problem when occurs, then only we have to break the confidentiality of this identity of the women. Okay, that is comes under privacy and confidentiality. So these are the three important areas of provisions under amendment of MTP Act 2021. Now let us talk about the significance or importance of the amendment of 2021 MTP Act. The amendments to the MTP Act are seen as a progressive step. Okay, it is the developmental stage or developmental step, that is we call a progressive step, providing women with more reproductive autonomy, independence or freedom. Okay, more reproductive autonomy, and at the same time making legal framework more inclusive, legal issues to deal very clearly and easily. So legal framework more inclusive by considering the social realities and health or medical advancements. Okay, it gives it consider this act consider the both social norms or realities and advanced medical or health technology. Okay, and it also aims to reduce the stigma. Okay, the people have a unwanted perception or thought about the particular incidents. Okay, so it aims to reduce the stigma around abortion, and it also address the challenges faced by the women in case of like victims of rape or incest. Okay, or any physically or mentally disabled women when they undergone for any sexual harassment or rape, etc. Okay, the challenges faced by the women, including those related to the late detection of fetal abnormality, because most of the fetal abnormalities could detect in the late stage of the pregnancy after 24 weeks. Okay, so it aims to reduce the stigma about the or around the abortion, and it also address the challenges. Okay, it tries to solve the challenges faced by the women, including those related to late detection of fetal abnormality during the pregnancies. So these are the important significance of the amendment of 2021 MTP Act. Now let us talk about the criticism and the challenges of the amendment of 2021 MTP Act. Okay, there are some criticism regarding the MTP Act 2021. First one is, some have argued that, okay, so some of the specialists argued that the 24-week limit, up to 24-week limit might still not be sufficient. It is not sufficient, not enough for certain fetal abnormalities, because which are sometimes detected in later in pregnancy. So it has to be extended. If you make 24 weeks limit, few of the fetal abnormalities couldn't be detected. Okay, it can be detected only in the later stage of the pregnancy. That was one criticism. Second one is, there are concerns about access to safe abortion, particularly in the rural areas where medical facilities may not be readily available. Okay, so another criticism is because of the access availability of the safe abortion services or MTP services in the rural area or remote area where there is no much medical facilities are available for the public. Then third criticism regarding or challenge is the decision making power of the doctors or medical board. Okay, especially beyond 24 weeks, after the 24 weeks of the MTP. Okay, that increases the question about the women's autonomy, women independence or freedom in certain cases. Okay, it may be questioned or it may be in doubtful. Okay, because decision making power is given to certain doctors or medical board. Okay, that may reduce the autonomy or the freedom of the women. Like that, there is another challenge or criticism. So these are the three important areas of criticism and challenges of amendment 2021 MTP Act. Next is the key penalties under the MTP Act. Okay, penalties under the MTP Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. Violating all the provisions of the MTP Act can result, okay, that may lead to severe penalties. Okay, violating the provisions of MTP Act will lead to penalties. Okay, the penalties depends upon the nature of the violation, what type of violation, how the people are violating. Okay, that is the nature of the violation, whether it is by the medical practitioner who violate or the women who violate or anyone else. Okay, for example, the hospital authority. Okay, all involved in the process of medical termination of pregnancy. Okay, so penalty depends upon the nature of the violation. Okay, that may be a medical practitioner or maybe the woman or anyone else involved in the process of this illegal abortion. The penalties of MTP mainly include a penalty for performing illegal abortion. Okay, illegal abortion, performing illegal abortion, for that penalty, that is for medical practitioner or the provider. Okay, penalty for the medical practitioner or provider. Second one is penalty for using prohibited method. Okay, in conducting medical termination or abortion. Okay, penalty for using prohibited methods. That is under section 5 it comes. Then penalty for the women who seek the illegal abortions. Penalty for the women who seek the or seeking an illegal abortion. Okay. Then fourth one is penalty for providing any false information in relation to medical termination of pregnancy. Okay. Or regarding to abortion. Penalty for providing any false information. Okay. And fifth one is offences by medical institutions, hospitals or healthcare agencies. Offences by medical institution for conducting illegal abortion. Okay. Then sixth one is general violation of the MTP Act. Okay, general violation. So these are the 6 different areas comes under penalties of the MTP Act. So this table given a summary of the key penalties under the MTP Act. Okay. First offense is for a medical practitioner or provider. Okay. The penalty includes imprisonment and fine. Okay. Imprisonment means putting the person into prison. Okay. Imprisonment up to 7 years under section 4 and 5. Okay. If the medical practitioner violate the MTP Act. Okay. He has to be put into imprisonment up to 7 years under section 4 and 5. At the same time, the fine may be also imposed. The amount of the fine is not specified in the Act. Okay, that depends and that varies. Okay, sometimes the medical license of the medical practitioner may be revoked or may be cancelled. Okay, according to the situation, according to the severity of the offence. Okay, the fine amount is not mentioned in the MTP Act, but a few cases the medical license of the medical practitioner may be revoked or that may be blocked or that may be cancelled. Okay. The second offence for using the prohibited methods. Okay. Sometimes it may be done by the non-qualified persons. Okay. It could be done only for the registered medical practitioner. So if it is done by a non-qualified person, that is the prohibited method. Okay. The year of imprisonment is same up to 7 years, but it comes under section 5. And fine may also be levied from the particular victim. Okay. The non-qualified person who done the MTP, illegal abortion. Then third one is for the women seeking an illegal abortion. If any woman seek an illegal abortion, she violated the MTP Act. Okay. Here the imprisonment is up to 3 years under section 3 and 4. Imprisonment is up to 3 years under 3 and 4. And fine may also be levied from the women. Okay. The amount varies. Then fourth one is for providing false information in relation to MTP Act to anyone. Okay, providing false information to the public or anyone. The imprisonment is up to 1 year under section 4. Okay, a fine may also be imposed from the particular person. Okay. Then fifth one is offences by medical institutions, hospitals or healthcare agency or healthcare setting. Okay, so offences is done by medical institution means the same imprisonment as the medical practitioner, that is up to 7 years under section 4 and 5. Okay. A fine may also be levied from the institutions. Okay. The amount varies according to the jurisdiction, according to the severity of the violence. Then last one is sixth one is general violation. Okay. About the MTP Act. So that also include both imprisonment and the fine. The penalty may be so either both imprisonment and fine or imprisonment or only fine. Okay, that all depending upon the severity of the offences of MTP Act. So these are the key penalties under MTP Act. So overall the MTP Act through its amendment 2021 attempt to strike a balance between the women's right, autonomy or freedom, health concern, okay, advanced health concern and the legal consideration and ethical consideration. So overall MTP Act through its amendments attempt to make a balance between the women's freedom or autonomy or rights and health concerns of the women and legal consideration or ethical consideration. So thanks for watching. Hope this video really benefits in your studies and exams. If you feel it is really worth and beneficial, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Stay tuned with the Angel Health Academy for the next and important academic video. And please don't forget to convey your gratitude in the comment box. And once again, thank you for watching my video. See you and take care.